You didn't hear that. Don't worry about it. I definitely was not starting the game in the background. I am too high. Perfect. Also, for some reason, I don't know why vBridger does this, but it refuses to open my mouth. Please, all I want to do is say words. All right. Hopefully now it's a little bit more. A little bit. Okay. I think it also has a lot to do with how oh wow, it's nothing. It's nothing at all. How annoying. Can I do anything with microphone tracking to make this better? I don't think so. I don't even have a microphone tracking thing, do I? Oh, I scrolled I scrolled to just below it. Okay, well, this'll be the best we have for now. That's okay. That'll be fine. Fine, I tell you. Where did Grand Theft Auto go? Skip. I do not want to join GTA Plus. Especially not after Rockstar refused to fix the poor support they gave me. Unless they've sent me mail now. Oh, that's not the right one. No messages to download. Oh well. I wonder if anybody will come in from the short I made. I released it on both YouTube and TikTok, and I have seen relatively good performance from it, which is good. Mainly because I made a free thing. If that did not do well, I would be very worried. No, you may not access my contacts. Why am I not able to move? Oh, I'm typing all of this into the YouTube window. There's a lot of people adding my video to their favorites. It's strange because like there's a ton of like activity on the videos. But like I can see when people download it and there's only been 3 downloads. Only 3 people have decided to try it. All right. Let's get the game on screen, shall we? What? That's not right. There we go. What? Let me do a quick thing really quick. Just to check. Just a very quick sanity check. Okay, we're all good. We are all good. I wanted to check to make sure I had enough disk space. And we do. That is grand. I have YouTube chat open again, so we will be able to see if anybody pops in from YouTube. I have seen extremely little movement on YouTube to the point where I'm not entirely sure anybody watches my stream on YouTube. But if we do see somebody pop in, I will say hi this time, hopefully faster than 7 minutes. It's like a vicious circle where I don't check YouTube chat because nobody's ever there. But then I'll never know if anybody's ever there. The issue. My YouTube chat historically is quite barren. Because also, if I'm not checking to see if anybody's there, I can't reply to them. And then they go, well, this guy doesn't give a shit. And then they leave, which is fair. I do not blame anybody who has left for that reason. I just didn't know you were there. But I would like to post more to YouTube in the coming weeks. I'm working on the video series, which is far too long to post on TikTok anyway. I feel like a lot of the reason I don't post on YouTube is that I have low limits too. So it's like I can't post that much. So I'm only allowed to post 10 videos a day, which sounds like a lot, but I have a backlog because I haven't been doing it, so it's kind of painful. Because right now it would take 2 weeks posting as many videos a day as I possibly can to fill my backlog. Which is problematic. I also may have more things on Twitch now. I've taken a couple clips. So there is yet more to clip and post. Ow. But I am working on, in Coalescence, I built a to-do list of things for Coalescence, and I will be doing some of that today. Right now I'm playing GTA. We'll probably play GTA for a few hours. And then we will move on to development. But yes, I am late today, because I was doing a quick D&D thing. So we are setting up for a D&D campaign, or not campaign, a one-shot. And we were doing our combat session today, where we were teaching some of the players rather, combat. And it was pretty fun. I sniped a goblin with firebolt, which felt pretty sick. I am slightly worried because like one of the things, so I'm playing a wizard, right? And I burnt all of my spell slots. I need to be worried about that a little bit more. And I did consciously realize I was getting a lot of the kills, and I didn't want to like blast everybody else's chances to do a lot of things. Like I don't want to be the player that showboats and like takes everybody's thunder. We're gonna do blackjack again. It always works. I don't want to like steal everybody's thunder. But I tried to hold person to help somebody, and I missed. It didn't happen. Unfortunate, but that's fine. That is how the dice roll sometimes. They actually did pretty crazy.
Some of that soup she likes.
They got so many crits. 2 crits in one enemy. Which is quite nice.
Welcome to the table, ma'am.
All right.
All right, bets in.
Max
Sorry,
bet.
all bets are closed.
I lose. Don't reveal a 10.
There's an 8.
I have an 8.
A 10. Another?
Hit me.
Have 16. Card
I'm
for you.
gonna lose if I draw again.
There's a 12.
Oh, we won. Chat, we finally get to play game 2. Let's go.
Place your bets, folks.
Place my bets. I'm going all in. This is actually the maximum
All
bet. I
bets are
can't go all
closed.
in.
Let's begin.
Give me a 5. He gave me a 7. He has a 9. I have to draw. I lose.
There's a
I won.
19. Another?
Do it. 14.
And there's a
I'm
house.
chat. We're on the up and up. I should have doubled down. I would have got so much more money. I would have been at 200,000 right now.
Sorry, all bets are closed.
6. The next one.
An 8.
2.
There's a 10. Card for you.
Guys, do I do it? I'm doing good. How about you? If I double down, I will draw 1 card. He probably has 20. I'm not going to double down. I'll hit, though.
A 10. Would you like a card? It's your move.
I can't double down. No. Hit me.
A 15.
Oh,
Another?
you did me so dirty.
A
Yeah.
19. Win
That's
goes
about what
to
I
the
thought.
dealer.
It's a good thing I didn't double down. We're actually playing a second hand with this guy.
All bets are closed.
I've always
Let's
gotten,
begin.
like, absolutely annihilated on the first bet. I finally get to play the game.
There's a 15.
15.
Four.
4. I'll double
Card for
down.
you.
All in.
There's a 19.
19. Here we go.
There's a 14.
I got 200,000 chips for that. Let's go.
Place your bets, folks. Sorry, all bets are closed.
K. 8.
18. A 4.
It's no way I'm hitting.
Would you like a card? A 13. There's a 21. And the dealer wins.
That rat bastard.
Bets, please. All bets are closed. Let's
Let's
begin.
see. I got an
A 19.
19's pretty good.
There's a 10.
Don't do it. Okay.
Another? An 18.
So good at this game. Chat, I think that his next move is going to
All right,
be
bets in.
devious.
Sorry, all
So
bets
I'm
are
lowering the
closed.
bet. I was right. I got a 5.
There's an
I
11.
got an 11. I
There's
should have bet everything.
card for
Double
you.
down.
A 14.
Oh, that's not good.
An 11.
He's gonna...
21 on the table.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't bet 50 grand. I got blasted.
Place your bets, folks. All bets are closed. Let's begin.
Here we go. I got an
We have a
Blackjack.
blackjack. 7. There's a 9.
That's right. I'm back on top. Honestly, I could just leave and have made 250
Sorry, all
grand.
bets are closed. There's a 17. And a 3. Would you
Not a
like a card?
chance I'm taking a card.
There's a 13.
We pushed. I'm feeling the devious energy again. I'm going back down. I'll double down on whatever he gives me.
Let's begin. 4. An 8.
I mean, naturally, I have to. We're splitting.
There's a 12. There's an 11. Card for you.
I mean, we might as well just go for it.
A 20. Would you like a card? Bust, I'm afraid. An 18.
I think I lost money on that. Did I?
Place your
No,
bets,
my bet
folks.
was no. I
Sorry, all
broke
bets
even.
are closed.
Wait. I meant to put more money down. How funny would it be if he gave me the exact same set? A 9 hit me.
Another? There's a 14.
That's not good.
There's a 19. And the dealer wins.
All right, that's fine. We were playing with low numbers. It's time to go back to
Bets,
the
please.
wacky numbers.
All bets are closed. Let's begin.
A 6,
A 15.
15, and he pulls a 2. I probably win this.
There's a 12.
What'd I say?
All right, bets in.
Not mean to bet an odd number.
An 11.
11,
A 10.
and you blackjacked upon me.
Goes to the dealer.
Well, it's a good thing I bet not very much. I knew he was gonna do something. I just want to round off my number again.
All bets are closed. Let's begin. A 13. 5 here. Would you like a card?
Hit me.
A 12. Another? There's an 11. That's a bust for the house.
I was trying to make my deck wacky.
Bets, please.
All right, we'll just keep betting until I'm back at around 10,000.
There's an 8.
An
There's a
8.
10. Card for you. There's a 13. A 14. Would you like a card?
We're gonna go wacky on it. We're doubling down on both of them.
Too much.
Bust.
Another? It's your move.
I already hit tab, please. All right, let's read the rules.
There's a bust. There's a 12.
I would have probably won on both hands if I didn't do that. Oh well.
All right, bets in. All bets are closed. Let's begin. An 8. There's a 7. Card for you.
Is he giving me another split? Catch me doing that.
There's a 14. A 14. Would you
Two
like a card?
14s, but he has a
Please make your
17.
move.
Yeah, I saw that you followed me. And thank you for that. I'm gonna stand on both.
It's your move.
He has a 17 though. Knew it.
A 17. Win goes to the dealer.
But yeah, I stopped streaming on Twitch, not Twitch, on TikTok because
Place your bets, folks.
they keep ending my lives
Sorry,
early.
all bets are closed.
And I don't want to deal with that.
There's a 14.
So I don't plan on continuing with TikTok. I'm just gonna stand.
Card for you. A 13. There's a 20. And the dealer wins. Bets, please. All bets are closed. Let's begin.
Big bets.
There's a 15.
A 15.
A 6.
He's got a 6. I'm
Would
standing.
you like a card? A 15. There's a 16. And there's a bust on the house.
There's a bust on the house? What do you mean by that?
All right, bets in. Sorry, all bets are closed.
Yeah.
A 12.
12.
And a 3. Another. There's a 13. That's a bust for the house.
It always goes well. If they do not pull a 7 or higher, there's like a 40% chance they lose. I don't think the math on that works out, but
All bets are
feels
closed.
right, and that's all that matters.
7.
7.
There's a
He pulled a
10.
10. He doesn't have blackjack.
Card for you.
Hit me. Don't double down because I will
Have
lose.
16. Would you
That's
like a card?
fine. Oh,
Win goes to the
Oh.
dealer.
I should have pulled. I was gonna annihilate him.
Bets, please. Sorry, all bets are closed. A 14. A 10.
I mean, there's a really high chance he pulls blackjack, or not blackjack, but another 10. That's unfortunate.
18. And the dealer wins.
Problem is, he must draw at least 17 or higher.
All right.
Otherwise, he can't stand.
All bets are closed. Let's begin.
So if he pulls,
There's a 15. 3.
he has a 3, right?
Card for you.
So I'm gonna stand because there's a pretty high chance that that's a 10, right? And then there's another chance that he pulls another 10, and I win, even though that I have nowhere near 21.
Place your bets, folks. And a 3.
I've got a 3, which isn't particularly good.
There's a 14.
14 or 4.
Would you like
I might as well run it.
an 18? Another?
I'll keep 18. That's fine. Yes, 17.
There's a 7.
It's 13.
An
Yes,
18.
18. We push. Well, that's not a bad result. Keeping your money is still just as good as losing it. Or actually, it's better than losing it.
Sorry, all bets
Just
are
as good as
closed.
winning it, rather.
There's a 12. There's a 2.
He has a 2 and I have a 12. I'll stand. I think I lose.
There's a 9.
I think I lose. Yeah.
19. Win goes to the dealer.
It's rough.
All right, bets in.
Let's read the rules.
All bets are closed. Let's begin. There's a 13.
13, you
There's a
have
10.
blackjack. So rude.
And blackjack. And the dealer wins.
Not even that, it is also a
Place your
blackjack.
bets, folks.
He's really going for the
Sorry,
game's
all
name
bets are
here.
closed.
An 8?
A
No,
13.
5, another 13?
6.
Okay, well, I'm standing. He has a
Would you like
6.
card?
Watch him pull an ace. That's
An
not
11.
good.
There's a 19. Win goes to the dealer.
Chat, I'm slipping. If I lose this game, I'm stepping
Bets,
away from the
please.
table.
All bets are closed. Let's begin.
Ace.
A 12. 5.
What is this trash hand?
Another?
Hit me.
An 18. Card for you.
18's pretty good. I have a lot of armor here.
There's a 13.
13.
Card. Please make your move.
I can actually go bust if I take another. I'll hold. It's fine. I lose.
An 8. An 18. And the dealer wins.
Oh, I said I'd leave the table.
Thanks for calling.
I still made a win of about 150 grand. Which, honestly, for me, is pretty good. Considering my track record of losing nearly everything I put in the casino. But instead of cashing that out, I'm going to not do that. Honestly, it would be interesting to cash all of my money in for chips. And then just see if I can get like a billion. Just like a ton of gambling. I mean, you could make like a blackjack bot. It would be interesting, actually, to create a bot for blackjack. Like, if I ever do anything with AI, it would probably be like game AI like that, where you like make a an AI bot to see how to play blackjack. Although, to be fair, I don't think Gradient Descent is a good way to emerge on a strategy, especially because you wouldn't be able to reuse that strategy. It's not a human viable approach. It also makes some assumptions that I cannot prove are true with the GTA blackjack. Which is that the GTA blackjack is fair, which I know is false because I've seen the same card drawn twice, which is, as far as I'm aware, not possible in a real blackjack. Unless real blackjack uses 2 decks, which I actually don't know. I've never been to a casino, and I never will be to a casino because I will lose all of my real money there. And I'm already quite low on money, so it's not worth going to a real casino. I have to wait for this email to go away. Nope, I have to reload the area. But yeah, assuming a completely random deck, I wonder if you can come up with a strategy that wins significantly more often than it loses.
This is new, right?
So it looks like blackjack is usually played with 6 decks.
That is hot, if I do say so myself.
I am actually relatively interested in creating
Cool and comfortable.
a blackjack simulator. Maybe I'll do it. Should we do that? We could have a very interesting programming section today where I just don't actually work on coalescence at all, and instead we work on a completely different game simulation. I could add blackjack into the Irel Casino. I'm actually considering if I want to do the blackjack game thing. It'd be interesting to see how well my strategy works compared to other strategies. I don't like count cards or anything because first off, I don't think it's possible with a GTA game. That is actually that real. Speaking of, actually, what happened to the meth lab? Not the meth lab, the acid lab.
Robert, it's me. Oh, shit!
I'm curious, if I blow them up, that destroy the supplies? I don't really mind getting the police when I'm on the oppressor because they can't catch up to me anyway. That, and I'd have to drive this on a normal bike, like a loser, if I didn't use the oppressor. And just got away from the police, immediately bombed somebody else. But say if he notices me, he should not be looking this far up. Loony. He's looking this far up. Uh-oh. We're at the nudist zone. Okay. We will be fine. Surprisingly enough, Twitch actually allows some nudity. As long as you don't dwell on it. And as long as you're not going there for the nudity. YouTube says... I can't remember what YouTube says, actually. I think YouTube says as long as it's not for, like, gratification. Which is... I mean, whatever. I actually need to reread Twitch's TOS regarding suggestive content. I do actually have an outfit idea for Alade, or perhaps not Alade, but another Samir. But I have to make sure it's okay before I do it. Because it very well might fall under their prohibited things. Although I doubt it, honestly. It's suggestive, but it's not, like, explicit. Although I am a VTuber, so I guess I get the bad end of the rules. Although also, I don't know. I see some pretty intense things be allowed. Like TikTok. It's weird. They will like not promote your content if you say too many curse words, right? Ow. Straight into the cubby. But like when I first got TikTok, one of the first things I saw was like a protest or like a Shine or Shein, whatever. Shane? I don't know. It's the clothing brand. And it was 4 women in Paris, all topless, with like writing on their bodies, calling them, we'll say, criminals of the child. I'm like, this is on not only my For You page, which wild. This is like being promoted by the platform. The platform where you're not allowed to put nudity, as far as I'm aware. So, I mean, just, I don't know. Where do the rules lie? I just work here. That's actually another thing. One of the reasons I don't really want to continue streaming to TikTok is that the rules are pretty intense. Like, TikTok is pretty draconic with their rules. No, draconian. Draconic is dragon. Shit. They're draconian with their rules. Because, like, with their application rule, if you, like, have a violation of their guidelines, they ban you and your app and your business entity permanently from ever interacting with the platform again. Which is pretty intense. I mean, I could get it if it was like you're actually selling people's data on the side or something. But like the way they word it seems extremely intense. But I don't know. I mean, I ban anybody who advertises to me, so maybe I'm the same way. Am I being unfair? I do not know. I wonder how many people are banned from my channel. It's a lot of people. I know that much. I've banned at least 60 people. Actually, I probably banned more than 300 people. Considering that about every stream, I get 1 or 2 bots that come in and are like, hey, you want to buy viewers? And I'm like, no. No, I don't, actually. Thanks for asking. I wonder how many people do it. I don't think it's worth it. Because if I do, you know, buy, 900 people watching my videos. Damn. Well, no point in being quiet anywhere. I got lucky both times on this. I also got detected both times on this. I'm not too good at this one. Why is it that when I stream, I get like old, or like music I haven't listened to in a long time stuck in my head? Like yesterday it was the Jax Films Your versus Your song. Which is by today's standard not okay. It's not kosher. But today it's Nejishiki songs. I mean, I could listen to it. The way that the audio is routed actually allows me to do that without sending it also to stream. I could literally boot up. Actually, I don't think Navidrome is on anymore. I could literally boot up File Explorer. Listen to it. I don't understand how people are able to like play music on stream, because it's literally like a thing where you can get claimed, like, but people do it. I mean, I guess it's more you get claimed if it's in your VOD track. But now that I stream, okay, cool. Just vibrate my phone and play a notification sound, and then nothing is there. Love that. But like you can send a separate track of audio for Twitch to actually put in the VOD. And then all of your clips and your VODs will have that second audio track instead of the first one that's actually heard on stream, which is so that you can stream music you have broadcasting rights but not distribution rights for. YouTube does not do that. YouTube will take your or whatever stream you send it and just write that everywhere, right?
Resupply.
I think YouTube actually does get track too. So maybe I can play. It depends. I mean, technically I still would be breaking the terms of the license, but I don't think at 25 grand.
Okay, so we've bought a bunch of legitimate.
It would be nice to play like music like that. 'Cause I see people playing like Eve music, and I really doubt that Sony Music is gonna be too happy with that. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's one of those things. It would be cool to do, but I don't think that it's worth it. But yet, so many people seem to do it with impunity. Because licensing costs are pretty expensive. It's like, isn't it like 0.3 cents for every play? Which, honestly, for me wouldn't be that bad, but it would mean I start losing money while streaming, which, I mean, I don't make a lot of money. I think I make, was it 1.7 cents an hour? But I would start losing like $1 an hour. Which is more than I can realistically do. Unless I can work out a licensing deal with Sony. But they'll probably take my firstborn child. And everything I own. And also I wouldn't even be dealing with Sony of America, I'd be dealing with Sony of Japan, so I'd have to, the legalese would be in Japanese. That's unfortunate. Hello, I'd like to make a claim.
Force Mutual Insurance. How can we help you?
I can't
I'll
pull
look
out a
into
weapon
it.
until it goes away. I hate that it always has the combat rifle out no matter what. It's not. I actually don't like using. Okay. I actually don't like using the combat rifle at all. Just don't like the way it feels. The compact rifle, but it's one of the only rifles you can use on a motorcycle. Because you can't use a service carbine, the special carbine. Which I just think feels a lot better. It feels like the Type 4. Who knows, maybe we play some free Battlefield soon. It's been a while. Although people have actually gotten good at the game, so it's a little bit rough. It was nice when I was the only player in a lobby and I could get like 170 kills without trying that much. But now, my sleep paralysis demons have multiplied. I should take an entire day just to make like to-do lists of things I have to do. It would be, I think, massively discouraging though. Realizing just how much shit I haven't done. I'm a terminal procrastinator. But the other issue is I have so many projects. I have the game, I have the game engine, I have the video, like the crazed videos I need to do but haven't done because it's really long. I have all of Coalescence. See, it's weird because like I also have to prioritize things that have the potential to make me money because otherwise I will literally go bankrupt. Don't have much longer. I think I've got like 2 months left. At this rate. But that is how it goes. VGen has kind of dried up. Which part of the reason I want to do some more programming streams is that I have more visibility to it. Who knows? Maybe the model optimizer thing. Get some movement going there. I got lucky that the tires on this are fireproof. Tires usually pop if they're in fire pretty long. They overpressure. But yes, I do want to release Coalescence. It's gonna take a while though, because right now I think that the problem is its UI isn't great, and I'd like to improve it quite a bit before I actually put it out for release. Because if it's not presentable, people won't use it, and if people won't use it, then it's not gonna be any good. And I also want to make sure that the capabilities that it has, it's going to be like a plugin system where you can buy whatever you want. Because if I released it as the entire app, it's going to be like $100, and nobody's going to want to buy it. But if I make it like $5 plugins, right? You get the base app for $5 or something, Then you get each plugin is like $5. Then you can get what you need for $10. And then you don't have to spend so much money. If you just wanted to like change your model, then that's not bad. I want to have all the platform support on the base too, so it's like the base app will include OBS, Twitch, the audio system, and the other one. There's a fourth one. I forget. I think it's the core thing. Oh, we're doing this again, are we? All right. Have the power. That never works. You have to be so close. Anyway, now what I do is I drive into Tequila La. Put it in the center, get out.
Walk on past your motherfucker.
Man down! Dumbass bitch.
You went for a swing. Would have been pretty bad if it hit, actually. I don't think they can leave, though. Science hasn't gotten there for them. Okay, I'll give them a little present. But yeah, I want to also make the video editor, because I want to essentially be able to start to finish use Coalescence. And I will continue to use Coalescence. I also want to fix the Twitch event something, which I think is half my DNS and half actually like it just breaking, because it is the Twitch integration of Coalescence is pretty bad. It is a taped on version of the Discord bot thing. So it's a little bit messy and not that great. Although it would be cool to be able to fully integrate them. Because Coalescence is set up in a way that theoretically you could tape it onto the bot system. Maybe. The two major problems are it's based on Windows Forms, which means that the bot would no longer be able to run on Linux. Ultimately, it'd probably be best to actually put all of it into the bot namespace or the bot assembly. Then it could be like a back-end thing. Of course, it'll have no UI, but you could run it in the background on Linux things. I don't know. I just work here. Why did the camera go around the normal way? I just drive away from my clubhouse and there it is. Customer's bike has arrived at your clubhouse. Fuck you, like what? Should have arrived 10 seconds sooner. You know, in retrospect, maybe I do release Coalescence as one app, because it'd be easier. Because I'm also only allowed to, until I make, I think $50 on VGen, I'm only allowed to have up to 20 listings. I don't know why I'm trying to be like careful with this. It doesn't matter what condition it ends up in. I still get 20 grand. It would be nice if it gave you 50 grand if it was in perfect condition. Oh, we're in ad time. There's no engine in this thing. Hey, Romeo. We are doing some GTA. We have ads for 10 seconds. I see that we're doing this again. Welcome back from the ads. I love having to leave your garage and come back because the cars just don't load. Gasoline green. That is one of the colors of all time. All right. Not sure how long we'll keep playing GTA. I have been playing it a lot recently, and I'm also very aware that this game gives me a lot of clips, which sounds like it would be a good thing, but it's actually not, because it means I have a lot of clipping to do. And you know me, I have a lot of video to deal with already. What with my 300 channel recording. But hey, it's only going to get worse, as I am going to make an audio program that will record audio automatically from every source on the computer if it is detected to be active at all. Which will mean that I won't have to worry about my game recordings being too low. They'll be recorded in full quality. It also does mean that I'm going to be recording a lot of audio streams. The idea is to record the microphone and the game completely at full volume separately, because the problem is, for the crazed videos, the game audio is too low. It's like minus 30 decibels. And that sounds really bad when you boost it back up to normal. So the audio sounds pretty shit, and I can't really fix it. There's not anything I can do to fix it, which is not ideal. Because the stream volume is too low. It's good when you have like a stream going on in the background and you don't want the game to be catastrophically loud. But for a video, the levels you want to aim for are different, and it's too low. There isn't any music in my run highlight videos because I can't be fucked to put it in there. Cool. I don't think I can try again. But it's like I'd have to have a lot of music, and I do have authorization to use Azali's music, but I don't want to like only use Azali's music, because I feel like that's maybe overstaying the invitation a little bit. And since I am also like I do music, I don't want people to think that it's my music. Which I don't think we're in danger of, because my music is far worse, but it's just like I don't like the idea of using somebody else's music that much. And also, I've been using Azali's music for a long time, to the point where I've actually stopped putting music on the streams, because I don't want to keep doing that. I don't know. It feels weird to me. Maybe that'll change one day. I don't mind having music on the stream. But I know that a lot of people listen to their own music, and then if I put music on the stream, that interrupts that. Because now you can't listen to music, or else it's going to be weird, because there's two things of music. It would be so grand if there were a way for me to stream audio tracks separately and you could choose which ones you listen to. But that also isn't possible, not on Twitch at least. Unless it probably is something I could do. I have a lot of bandwidth. Audio is 320 kilobits per second at its maximum bandwidth. I do stream it at its maximum bandwidth. I could probably make a Twitch extension or something that allows you to connect to my server and listen to the audio individually. I probably won't do that. One, because I don't know how Twitch extensions work. Two, I hate JavaScript. And three, having that much... if I ever get, like, more than 30 people, I'm actually going to start, like, blasting the bandwidth a little bit too much. It's not ideal. I could use multicasting, but I don't know how to do that. I would also need, because it's not connection oriented, I don't even know how you would subscribe to it. I don't know. It's probably possible. I have no data limits, so I can send as much data as I please. As long as I stay within my bandwidth limits, which are around about 1 gigabyte on both channels. So, I don't know. Fire a wanted level. I have a wanted level now.
Charlie's hit. Withdraw! Strategically! I'll cover you! Reloading! You cover! Take the... Shit! Man down! Look out! Push it! Over here! Cover fire! Stop now! You're dead! Cover now!
What is happening?
Man down!
Another cool thing about not streaming on TikTok is I don't have to worry about the NPCs for getting me banned. Alright, see ya. How do they still see me? I'm out of their sight. Easy. Yeah, we'll get him. What? That is not the police car. Where did he go? He just disappeared immediately. They thought nobody would notice. Little did they know. I did. I think this thing is actually a really heavy bike. No, it's not that bad. I was about to say, what the hell is this path it's taking me on? Gonna take me 2 miles for a quarter-mile journey.
Resupply successful.
He's a really bad criminal. He just almost doxed himself. Chuck Kun almost got me. Yeah. Go to Pillbox Hill. Is this another Blaze shootout for supplies? I seem to remember it being one. I am magnetized to this bike. Can't be wanted level, there's no active area. It means it must be a vehicle with people with guns. Nope, it's intimidation. See how intimidated he gets from being run over. I ran over everybody but him. No witnesses. They give him a lot of health. I think it's so that if you like blow up the guys, you don't accidentally kill them. Because if you kill him, you don't get the supplies. Although to be fair, if I'm being honest, being shot like 9 times with a minigun would probably make me hella intimidated. I think we'll probably play GTA for maybe 2 or 3 hours. Then we'll move on to programming. I thought I was supposed to get on the floor. You know, come to think of it, I'm almost at 10 million. You know what I could do with 10 million? I could have 10 million.
This is new, right? That is hot, if I do say so myself. Smooth as fuck. Enjoy. Wow, she looks good. Not that she didn't already.
Methamphetamine, is it? Yeah, I was about to say, you can like take them. There's some drug runs you can take to resupply your businesses, but I think my meth is already at maximum supply. Therefore, we should sell it. This is not an ideal configuration for your vehicle to be in. You are hauling drugs. This is not what you want to see. My stream preview is back like 11 seconds. Problem is, I don't know if I'm supposed to aim for when my preview catches up to the moment I want, or if real time is what I'm looking for, or real time plus 4 seconds. This is part of the reason I want to make a clipping system for Coalescence, is that I don't have to deal with that problem anymore. Another thing I can do is I can use EasySync to, actually that's probably going to be the way I do it. I can use EasySync to write the clips to the NAS and then take those clips and like relay them to the local PC, and then I don't need to worry about having an agent. That means that I don't have to write an agent, and I don't have to write an HTTP API. I can just make it your problem, and then I don't have to worry about it. Realistically, for release, I will have to make some way to transport videos and stuff from the relay PC anyway. Landed straight in the bush. Honestly, I might stop playing GTA early, because it does kind of feel like I'm just grinding for money. And I mean, I literally am, but like, I don't know. It's kind of gotten to the point where it's not that interesting anymore. It also probably doesn't help I don't have anything that I want to buy in the game. They added the mansions, but the mansions just don't seem that useful or interesting. I don't think there's much left for GTA. We could edit the video. There's still 120 hours or something left. Edit. I've only edited 1 hour. I've just realized, which is yikes. That took me like 2 weeks to edit 1 hour. To be fair, there's not that. The Nautiloid is a relatively dense thing. It introduces a lot of the characters. So we have to have both of those. We have to have our reunition. That's not a word. Reunion. That's the one. Shut up. Our reunion with Shadowheart and Lizelle. Because those are important. I'm just trying to think of like what we need. The goblin attack on the Emerald Grove needs to go in. Essentially, all combat is going to go in. And every single kill is going to be shown. And I am maintaining a log of everybody who dies and who killed them. Because I think it would be interesting to see in my run which champions killed the most enemies. Because I don't actually think Crazed killed that many people compared to the party members. But I think Lizelle throughout the entire campaign was doing more damage. Probably thanks to the legendary greatsword. But Astarion also got a lot of kills with sneak attacks. So I think that there's some question about who was the most lethal champion. don't think it's guaranteed to be anybody. Because also, like, Craze did spend the longest in the party. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a thing where, like, one day, because I might as well make a schedule. Because I'm doing so bad at managing my time, I should probably actually manage my time. Because I never have before. I've never made a schedule. Mainly because I'm really bad at keeping to it. Right now, is actually a pretty good time for me to make a schedule because I don't have a job. So there's nothing I need to worry about being called into. Currently, the only thing that I have in the horizon is a collaboration for the D&D one-shot, which is currently being pushed around from day to day as we hammer down the scheduling. I have 4 messages. Okay. So we are working on some interesting tech we wanted to work out. What are the chances I could do something here? I might be able to do something. How would I do it? I might be able. So we're looking at ways to possibly do some sort of multiplayer. And I might be able to set something up. Because the problem is we have people who use 2D models, and we have people who use 3D models, and we have people who use PNG models. So it's gonna have to be a video approach. So the idea will be probably we composite all of our models into one scene, either on my server or like some other way. The only problem is that the server is going to be using software encoding, which is not fast because the server does not have a GPU. Unless I can tie... I mean, I could probably give them direct access to the VPN, We can get local communication. I don't know. It depends a lot on how much bandwidth people have and what is possible and what is not. But I can probably set something freaky up that might work. Because the idea is to have everybody send video data, maybe RTMP, probably not, probably whatever format it'll let me send in, to a server. I could probably ask Elme about what he's got. I could probably just dump that on my computer, and then it might work. Because he's worked on video forwarding infrastructure, which is exactly what I need. Rain, yes. Trying to think of, because like the beam sender filter doesn't say where you're sending it to. Can I even beam sender a specific source? Hold on. Science time. Bill Nye, it's science time. Filters. No, I can't. Yeah, so I'm not sure how I would do it. So I can make an app that does spout capture and then sends that data. But I have to use some sort of video codec to reduce its size, because most people don't have gigabit internet, and it would take a lot of like bandwidth to do it. Because while Discord would be the simplest way to set it up, I don't know of a way to capture 4 separate Discord regions or 5 separate Discord regions. And if somebody turns off the camera, it destroys everybody's models, because now all of the regions are different, so you can't use cropping. I don't know how you would do it. Because it's not even something I could like make publicly available, because I don't have enough bandwidth to handle that many people. And it requires a compute capacity that I don't have, which is graphics. But it's probably fine that if I had only like 5 people, I could probably still make it work. My processors aren't that great, but they're not that bad either. Huh. And worst comes to worst, I do have GPU computers I could put it on instead. The hard part is getting the video, which is the real question mark. How do you get the video? The other problem is I need alpha information too, don't I? That makes it more difficult. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I will probably have it that you place yourself on the screen. And then like you would have to have your models in a very specific spot. Because if I can lower the frame size of your model, that significantly reduces the data amount. Because if I'm sending a 1080p stream, right, that's going to be very expensive. But if I can, like, lock that down to, like, you know, for 400 by 400, now instead of sending 8 megabytes of frame, I'm sending, what? It's 1,600, no, 1.6 megapixel? That doesn't sound right. We'll say it's 1.6 megapixel. That's 4 megabytes, which means I did my math wrong. Is it? Hold on. Chat, I don't know how to calculate. 400 by 400 by 4 is 6.4 or 0.64 megabytes. So clearly I am very bad at math. It's 160,000 pixels is why I was off by a factor of 10, actually. Yeah, 640 kilobytes of frame isn't terrible. If you were to PNG encode it, it would be a lot less, but it'd be a lot of system load to PNG encode every frame. It'd have to be some video codec with alpha, so like VP9. But you really need to have hardware support for it or it's not going to work. And I don't think there's enough time to determine whether or not everybody has hardware support. More likely than not, what we'll just do is have... The main goal is to get it into OBS. That's the hard part. If we can get it into OBS, it is a lot easier. Because then I can use special filters for each person's stream. That's the hard part. Then I composite it, I put it over some key color or something, and then we can all do the thing. I suppose multiple people will be uploading, but only one person will be downloading as well. Another thing we could do is if everybody sent the models, which I think is going to be the hard thing to consider convince, is if everybody could send the models, then I have all of the software I would need to run it on the back end. So that would that would work because we'd also only have to send VMC data, which I already have a recorder for, which is not bad. And then also if you're using vBridger or 3D, that works. If you're using 2D, that's a problem. Uh, I have a VTube Studio plugin though. I could probably just read all of the data and send it. It's probably not enough data to be a problem. The only problem is like for each person that is doing sending, I need to have different ways. Huh? Wait a minute. Try disabling hardware acceleration is rough. Create room, add your camera to OBS. Remote screen share into OBS, create reusable invite. That might work? Okay. Yeah, that would probably work. There is apparently software for putting multiple virtual cameras. The same thing. Which is good, because that means that we have precedent for it. If that software doesn't work, though, what's our recourse? I'm thinking about the best way to do it. In terms of network bandwidth, sending the parameter data and then just uploading the model is probably the cheapest way if people don't have bandwidth for it. But then I have all of the models, which is weird. And then the easiest way would be to do like some sort of thing with virtual webcam, I think.
They hit him! Don't fuck with me! He's been hit! I need a medic! Husband's down! We need assistance! We have a He's down! Look out! Let it go! Someone's down! You scumbag! Fucking bum! Fuck you, Benzie! You motherfucking cocksucker!
That is not the supplies. Wait, where are the supplies? Where are they? I already checked the upside. Huh? Chat? Where are the supplies? Did I just miss them? Am I stupid? Oh, they were in the plant.
got what we need. LJT signing off.
Oh man, let's find the van again.
Wow!
Okay.
Are you hurt?
Sorry, I got distracted. I wanted to see if kicking somebody with a sticky bomb would have a different animation. Just like beat them up with a sticky bomb. Would be so funny. I forgot I'm using the keyboard that doesn't have the ability to press 4 buttons at once. Not a gaming keyboard. Made for normal people who just type like idiots. Ignoring the fact that I'm a guy who just types. It's literally my trade is just typing.
Oh, dear God!
We don't worry about the car that blew up. They probably deserved it too. They were teaching squirrels how to hack your bank. Diabolical shit. You get on the fucking bike over here, just tipping it up. I was about to say he is blind as shit if he doesn't notice me. Oh boy, frame rate is going crazy. They're trying to shoot me while I drive. They're gonna cause an accident. That was a little bit brave considering the semi truck. Ow, that was a lot of blood. Yeah. For a second, I thought I just saw bits falling down the UI. I was like, I don't think they do that. But no, it's just that all of the bits are animated. It's very distracting. This is the real one.
Put your hands up!
Is he gonna kill me or start a party? I asked if more than one of us will be streaming it at once, because if we are streaming, if more than one person is streaming, I may not have enough bandwidth to actually do everything. There's a lot of bandwidth streams up and too many down, I think, for this server to handle. I don't know how it would work. I mean, I could probably do it in WireGuard, but I do think WireGuard is probably going to be too difficult for people to set up. Even though you do just load a configuration file and call it a day. I would also have to open, like, WireGuard access to my local computer. Which is, I mean, I don't think any one of them would do anything crazy with it, and I would probably get rid of it afterwards, but it's a little bit weird. Actually, no, WireGuard is on the untrusted boundary line, so it actually doesn't allow access to my local servers, does it? Actually, come to think of it, the open internet is in my WireGuard server, so the goblins are already past the front gate. But you're not able to access much. But yeah, we did find some promising software, so it's unlikely that I'll be writing custom software. It'd also be kind of rough if I was, because it's outside of my expertise. Video processing is not my forte. My Fort B or my Fortnite. But I mean, I could still probably get it to work. It would be interesting. Because as of current, I can only have, with the simple method, I can only have up to one other person on screen. Because the simple method is to use Discord with a virtual camera and just have a green background and then key it. Isn't the worst to do. But it isn't the best in terms of multiplayer capacity, we'll say. It's another thing I'm keen of is that if I do make a custom thing and I want to stream with the same model as someone else and it's a desktop app, I'm asking them to run code, which is not ideal. Honestly, a web app is probably the best way to do it. The issue is that the data rate needs to be really good. And I'm also slightly worried that a web app running in Chrome may not be allocated sufficient resources in the background to do a lot of the processing that would be required. That has to be done locally. Because I can't on the server determine what part of your I mean, I guess I could determine what part of your stream to accept. It's an interesting idea. It sounds like a difficult but fun project. Actually, I wonder how much you could do in terms of 'cause you can give pages access to OBS through their like JavaScript API. I wonder what you could do with that if you could like get a source. But more likely than not, what you would do is you would have, because I'm thinking like technically of how you would do it, because like you want to have the ability for the person to have as much range of movement as they want, while also reducing the data size to as little as possible, because you also need transparency, which is expensive. And if you do it from OBS, then the video is already encoded with whatever encoder it'll do, the virtual camera. Actually, it's probably not encoded. It's probably just straight up alpha data. Or like not alpha data, but color data. That is an issue, isn't it? I mean, it all depends on what access you actually get. What do you get? If I go to my here, I go it OBS browser source get scene item video. No. It looks like OBS's API does not. Where's my? It does not allow you to get the video data for a source. So that option won't work. Because virtual camera is probably the most obvious answer. Because you can also take it directly from your VTubing app. That's probably the best and easiest answer. That means the only problem now is if I'm still thinking about the way to do it custom, just because it's a cool thought experiment. Probably won't actually be something I do. But if you can get, this is the longest mission ever, by the way. They were literally in 3 completely different parts of Los Santos. I'm having to circumnavigate the entire state. Actually, this is the city, but, you know, whatever. I mean, it might as well be a state. It's waterlocked. But, it's just a fun thought experiment. But, the other thing is, virtual cameras can't have alpha, can they? That is an issue, isn't it? So you'd have to key it, which isn't ideal. Because keying is not free. I mean, hold on. Let's try it. We're gonna try it. If I go to the relay PC, I go into here and I go from a camera source, video capture source, right? Take the VTube studio camera. No. So that is the problem. Video capture is not keyed video. It's alpha-less video. If I could get spout data into Chrome, then that would work, but I don't think you can because Chrome probably doesn't implement spout. And that kind of access to the PC is not common. Mainly what I'm trying to do is get away from keying. If I can not have to key it, then that would be very ideal. Because keying is going to be slow. Because now I have to make 2 passes over the video. Where the first pass I have to make is relatively simple. I just have to, like, check to see if there are pixels that are a different color. It's relatively fast to do that. But I need to... Most likely, you are... at the center bottom of the frame. So I can aim for that and just cast a ray along the bottom edge of the screen, get a general idea of where you probably are, and then refine it. So I don't actually have to scan all 2 million pixels. Oh, that's not the supplies. But yeah, that pass is fast, but changing all of the key color to be like alpha is not going to be fast. Although I guess I could send it because making it alpha isn't going to do anything. So making it a key color is actually probably better. Because then I only need to send 24 bits and not 32-bit. And then I can do the keying on the server, which will make it very intense, but the server is there to be given insane tasks. And then I can do it all on different cores, which would work. So that would do it. 640 kilobytes per frame at 400 by 400, which is a little enthusiastic, if I'm being honest. But it would probably work. I mean, right now, what is my model like? 400 by 500, maybe. Let's say probably third of that frame is alpha. Actually, I could even do the keying on the receiving PC, or do no keying at. Well, actually, I do have to do keying. If I don't do keying, then models will never be able to be visible if another one is visible. Hmm.
Okay.
I could also just send every model individually, but that'll use a lot of bandwidth. Assuming we do 60 FPS, right? How much is that? That's 60 times 640 kilobyte is 3.6 megabits a second? Nope. 36 megabits a second? That's pretty bad. But the issue is what kind of video encoders are going to give us good performance while also being available. So I could use X264, but it's gonna be too slow. So it needs to get at least 60 FPS. The other major issue is that the position and size of the frame is always changing. Oh. Gone. Oh dear. Our public shame isn't working. Oh well. This is intimidation, I think. Or no, this is flare. Did I say intimidation? I meant public shaming. But yeah, it would be very interesting to do a test stream of like trying to think of where I would do it, because GDI Plus is not going to be fast enough. So I'd actually have to make a DirectX app. I'd actually have to try for once for software development. I'm so dead. Why does he have a minigun? Yeah, I'd have to use a DirectX app. Probably Insanity Engine. The hard part's gonna be sending the data. Because it's it'd have to be TCP probably, which is not ideal. We'd want to use UDP, but I don't know how to make a UDP frame that's large enough. Because to my knowledge, UDP is only like 1500 bytes per message, and those are going to arrive out of order and possibly like fucked. You have to somehow send a coherent message with that, which to me doesn't seem very possible. but I've never really used UDP before, so who knows, maybe it's easy. I mean, I know Twitch is using UDP to send my stream. Because the other cool thing about UDP is that multiple people can listen to it, because it supports multicast. Because it doesn't have connectionality. You just kind of have an IP and a port, and you just listen to anything that was sent to that port on that IP. Which is convenient. The hard part is, how do you do that? The TCP is slower, but it's guaranteed to be intact, which honestly I might use just for the testing. We might even do something that I haven't done before. Ever since I've started streaming as a Serie dev, I've never done one thing. One thing that I do know how to do. I've never written CUDA C++. But this type of application is exactly the kind of thing that would benefit from parallelism. Because the keying can be done on the GPU, which instead of taking milliseconds will take microseconds. I know because I've done it before. So that would make it very fast. And then you load that back. Well, actually, you probably wouldn't load it back. You would probably just display it directly. Every time I think of reading data from the GPU, I think of the one Acerola clip where he's like, and as graphics programmers, whenever we think about reading data from the GPU, we just hear, and then it's the buzzer sound. I need to watch some Acerola again. Everything that they put out makes me want to do graphics programming again, and it makes me sad because Insanity Engine does not support shaders. Mainly because I have no clue how I would do that. Mainly because as Insanity Engine, I have to support interfaces and not direct implementations, which means I need to actually support a generic interface shader language instead of HLSL or GLSL or whatever Vulkan uses, fucking VSL. Because interfaces are the only way to support things like that. It also is kind of rough because if I do support like interface shader language, and let's say I make a shader language called ISL, right? If you have a game that you've written HLSL for, you can't use it. Because it has to be interface shader language, because nothing else works. Because nothing else fulfills the requirements of Insanity Engine. Even if something like OpenGL might be able to support GLSL, and DirectX might be able to support HSL. Or is it HLSL? I forget. Probably is HLSL. There needs to be a generic one that works on all of them. and I don't think that already exists. I mean, you could recompile it or transpile it to a different system, which is probably what we would have to do. But it's one of the things that needs to be considered.
Back it up, sucker!
What the hell?
Unbelievable! Fucking hell! Dick! Drop down! Mendoza's hit! Mendoza's been fucking hit! Come on! You piece of shit!
I perfectly locked myself out.
Here I come! Inbred moron!
Where?
You piece of shit!
Where is she? Here's somebody screaming over there, but I don't see her. Oh, this is my favorite one because they attempt to blow up their own supplies. But yeah, one of the rough things about Insanity Engine is that it cannot have bindings for a specific system. That violates its principles.
You are looking for... Oh, shit!
Check out that
Because the design of Insanity Engine is that it should be as simple to implement an interface like implementation as possible. And I think that having you have to transpile other shading languages to your shading language is not only impossible, considering that other shading languages will be created, but it is much more difficult than I'd like to do it to be. Although I guess I could do it in Insanity Engine, but even that fails the design principle of Insanity Engine, which is future extensibility. And I guess I could make an interface for a shading language recompiler. But at what point is it too much?
We got.
Remember what I said I was going to stop playing GTA? Here we are. Still playing GTA. While also considering the ramifications of adding shaders to my game engine. What am I? I call it a game engine. At this point, it's not even really a game engine. 0 games have been created in it, but several applications have been. Not a game engine, it's an application engine. The framework at this point. Insanity framework doesn't sound nearly as good though. Although it's probably not taken. So who knows. Maybe I'll register at insanityframework.com. Somebody will cyber squat me now. Joke's on you, I can still rename it. Elmay. I give them a lot of shit for registering a Seria VT.net, despite the fact that I don't even really want it. It's okay. I have all the .coms I need. Much less can I afford to to re-register most of them anyway. I have game domains that I own that I do plan on using. I actually need to register another. I still haven't gotten around to it. Headpat is one of the things that like I haven't figured it out, because the problem is now I have not only live 2D models, but I have the VRM models, I have vtuber models. It's not simple, because now if you headpat, I have to distribute that to 3 separate applications, and it has to work every time.
Cocksucker.
So it's kind of on the low priority list until I can get some sort of event system working within Coalescence and all of its all of my model providers, which will take a while, unfortunately. Because the other issue is like the headpat isn't a standard location either, because different models have different properties. I mean, I could probably like low technology just put it in OBS source or something with like a GIF that I just show on the model lay, generally where the head usually is. But I don't know. I feel like I want it to be accurate. If it misses, then it's not a headpat. It's just a sad attempt at a headpat. There's nothing sadder than a sad attempt at a headpat, because it's not even that hard to do. I mean, really, the low technology option probably is the best, though. It means like if I'm leaning around. Wait, why is my tracking not working at all? If I like lean, it'll miss, and then it'll be weird. Although it's more of a problem in VRM models where I have a lot more movement freedom anyway. Because with VTube Studio, things are kind of locked down. You can't really get that far away. Your model has to give you a lot of freedom. And this model doesn't have a lot of movement freedom. Which honestly isn't a bad thing. It means that I don't need to worry about, oh, my model's leaning 70 degrees to the left, you know. I can just generally expect that it probably looks pretty good. Like, I don't have to worry about it much. Speaking of worrying about it much. Okay. We're nice and calibrated. But yes. It's been a while since I've used my 3D models. People seem to like the live 2D ones a lot better. It could also just be that my designs for the 3D models were not very good, which I think is fair. I made the 3D models in, or I didn't make the 3D models. I made the designs in like one day. The one that took the longest was Asaria's, which is ironic considering that she wears the most simple outfit. The hard part was, oh dear. Why did he call me twice if it was a success? But yeah, the hardest part from Asaria's one was just trying to get like sensible reference images, because I can't draw. I would love to be able to draw, but I just still, I have so much going on that I feel like I don't have time to learn. And that's part of the reason I need to do time management, is I have so many projects. And so many of them are on like the turbo back burner because I've completely forgotten about them. And I'll remember in 2 years, like, oh, I wanted to do that. Speaking about one of the games that I was going to make that doesn't require a lot of artistic ability, and I simply have forgotten. I have the domain registered. I'm paying $12 a year to keep that registered. Which honestly isn't that much. It's $1 a month, but it's still $12 a year. And it's a game that I'm actually interested in making. Would make Insanity Engine actually like an interesting engine project. And has the potential to actually make something in the way of money. It's Tequila La again. Uh-oh. Fine, we'll just use the Street Blazer. We'll hope I can make this through the door. I probably can't. Find out soon enough, I suppose. This is the most ambitious crossover. I actually not make it in because this door won't open. Alright, it's like that bar rescue episode.
Shit ain't sweet. I'll fuck you up.
It wasn't in there? Oh man. I really got stuck on him. That's the saddest way I've ever died in this game. Guy just stood there and killed me. Not attacking even a single time. Casual Inferno. Who the fuck is Mrs. Baker?
MMI. We expect the unexpected.
Casual insurance claim.
I'll do my best.
Who are you? He looks familiar.
Hey, how can I help? I'm a busy woman, okay?
I look away for 1 second. You know what? You're getting bombed. But yeah, it would be interesting to make a game. I have an idea for one. It's a what should I say? Maybe I shouldn't say. It definitely has inspirations. That's for certain. That makes it sound bad, actually. Wait a minute. That's what bad people say. What people making bad products say. But yeah. I intend to make a game that will take a lot of advantage of Insanity Engine's basis of extensibility to create a game that hopefully people can enjoy quite a bit, even after I stop supporting it, because you know games will eventually have to be I will eventually have to stop supporting it because I can't work on the same game forever. Okay. And the idea is I want to create a game where you can make your own content and you can play with your own content, and I want it to be as easy as possible. The barrier to entry should be 0, and that is one of the bases of Insanity Engine, is that The barrier to entry of making mods and other content should be as low as possible. So to that end, I will not be making any custom software for it. That game will be made entirely in Insanity Engine. No exceptions. The game might include custom editors, but the thing is, the game is the editor. Which is something I am very much interested in doing, because that means that if you want to make custom content, all you have to do is get to the point where the editors are unlocked, and then you can make custom content and share it with the world. That is the plan, at least. You're not restricted from using other editors, mind you. But I want it, like, I'm going to dog food the editors. Essentially, I'm not going to use external programs. If the editors inside of Insanity Engine are not good enough, they're not good enough. They need to be improved. This is part of the reason that the game I was going to make has been in development for 2 years and still hasn't released. And still isn't anywhere close. And honestly, I still haven't even really started working on it. Because the engine is really where a lot of that work has gone. You're gonna go to sleep? Alright, thanks for stopping by. Good night. Or morning. Actually, it is morning for you, isn't it? Good morning. No witnesses. Somebody commented on the model optimizer video with lifesaver. I wonder how many models they have that is a life-saving operation. I thought I had a lot. Although I suppose it depends on how many models you have. 'Cause I do want to have a lot of different like presets and stuff. And the presets would be fine if I could just use presets, but some of the models I have to edit the textures on. It is not ideal. And also like model coloration things. So like I can't load model coloration stuff because that's not saved as a preset. It might be saved as a as some extra file I could keep a copy of. It's just not worth it. I'll just keep an entire copy of the entire thing. You could also symlink. If you were trying to be really space efficient, you could symlink textures that are the same. And honestly, maybe I do that. Maybe I release a version 2 where if you have multiple copies of the same model, or very similar models, they could be symlinked. Which means that files that are the same will take no additional space, but if you modify one, you also modify the other.
So, if
I think for most VTubers, that's probably not a good trade-off. So maybe I won't do it. It is kind of situational. And it only really helps if you have multiple copies of the same model because you don't want to use expressions. Or you can't use expressions because you edited the textures, which the tool still won't help you with. Because the textures have to be exactly the same. So it's not a great solution. How else would you go about improving it, I wonder? Really, PNG optimization is really the only thing you can do. The other thing you could do is erase the invisible content of the file. Which is... on the one hand, it's invisible, right? So you can't see it. So you're not really modifying the textures in the way that people would see other data. Like you're not like mangling the textures, you're not writing obscenities on it. You're making things that are invisible say something that's smaller to write than what it was when it was also invisible. So I don't know if that's kosher or not. You may not be allowed to do that with some models. Although to be fair, I don't think that being against that is something you could do. I don't think it's rational to be angry about that.
You ain't got nowhere to go. Hey, y'all got me fucked up.
I could get obscenities and stuff, but like from what I've seen, you can save like a megabyte or two on the models I use by erasing the invisible data. The invisible data doesn't seem to include watermarks or anything. Not even like an ownership thing. Just whatever tool they used was really freaky with the output it put on the PNG files. Oh yes, humane. But yeah, I wonder if it's worth making an update to actually erase the blank portion of the images. I would just set it to probably black transparent pixels because they have an all zero color data. Because the thing is, we can't do anything that will make PNG or we can't like change the encoder. The only thing we can do is optimize what the PNG is. Like even doing things like, because like the model I have, it has a bunch of clothing that is duplicated, which I think is quite annoying, honestly, because it uses a lot of disk space for different colors when it should use some multiply and screen logic instead, which would it would have saved a lot of disk space. The model that I'm using was 151 megabytes. It went down to 66, I think, after processing it with Model Optimizer. But I really do think the model's textures could probably be as low as 20 if there were not duplicate entries in the texture documents. I could erase them, but it would take a long time. Because after I erase every single island, I'd have to see, did I break it? Like, I don't think it's worth it. But there are 5 textures. Each of them were 30 megabytes. And I don't think it has to be. Really don't. But this is coming from me, the guy who is extremely anal about disk space, which is the entire reason I made a game engine. So I'm a little bit biased on the end of let's make those file sizes go down. There is a point at which the effort is no longer worth it. Although I do have a couple fascinating ideas. They're a little bit of a pipe dream, but if you can get a way to, like, the idea is if you can find a way to compress a compressed archive, theoretically you could save infinite space. I don't know how you would do it, but there must be a set of transforms, I think, that could make that work. I mean, realistically, most of them have probably been tried, but they're trying big brain shit. What if we just brute force it and it takes like an hour to compress something, but it compresses down really good? Another thing I've been playing around with a little bit. I think there's ways to reorder data that might make it more compressible. The only issue is that every time you do one of those, you make the data larger. Now you need to store what you did and how you did it and information that is required to undo it. But I think it is a fascinating thing, and even if it is crack pipe research that makes nothing of it and is completely stupid, it's still worth it, because if there's a 1% chance it actually does something, then that's a 1% chance that we improve compression, which I think is good. More likely than not, it'll produce a compression that is actually more efficient, but not like efficient in terms of, oh dear. I think it has a chance to be more concise at the cost of speed. And I think there is also a limit of of what you can do in terms of compression, because eventually you're going to run out of data. You can only describe so little to get the full file back. Of course, the more patterns you have, the smaller that data can be. But I guess the question is, are we able to create patterns that we can then compress and then recover later? That's my idea for compression. Not to find patterns, but to modify the data to create patterns. Oh dear. Brand. Love that. Just barely in the drink. But yeah, that's my crack pipe dream for compression. Cannot wait until this until YouTube captions this stream as "there's my crack pipe," period, and then decides to be like, all right, so he's doing crack on stream. Okay. Just phones the police. This guy is doing crack on stream. He said there's his crack pipe. Oh well, if that's how I go, it's kind of funny. Jokes on them too. For as loony as I am, there are actually no drugs involved. I'm just like this, which is probably worse. That's the thing. Oh, I should probably close all of these Roll20 tabs. I don't think I need those anymore. Dude, imagine how weird it would be if I discovered like a an archive format, like an archive algorithm. But I have had ideas for like ways to create more efficient archive formats, because there are different things you can do because there's like, all right, here's the thing. There's a lot of programs that will take data and make it smaller. And some of those programs could do that in reverse perfectly. They're called lossless encoders. PNG is a lossless encoder. It takes color data, smaller, and it can do it in reverse. You can get back to color data. FLAC is a lossless audio codec. And you know, it can take audio data and make it a lot smaller and do it in reverse. So you could make an archiver that processes the data first and then stores it, and then when you decompress, it decompresses it and processes it again. The issue with that The major issue is that you also need to have the software that was used to encode the archive, decode the archive. But it can theoretically save a ton of space. Because, like, for example, let's say you have an archive of a game known as the Stanley Parable. Yeah, I'm going I'm going to take a slight shot at the Stanley Parable, but to be fair, I think it's a problem with the source engine. All of the Stanley Parable's audio data is like not compressed that well. I think it might be WAV, I forget. But it's like 2 gigabytes of sound data that can compress very well to like 100 megabytes or something. I think, I forget. But you could have an archiver that goes through and converts all of the WAV files to FLAC files, and then writes some sort of like file that says like, hey, this was actually a WAV. And then decompress it back. The only thing that you don't necessarily know is whether or not that resultant file decompressed again is going to be correct. Problem is, if you process it in and you process it out, you're very likely not going to get exactly the same file. Like a WAV file, if you put it into FLAC and then you take it back out, you're probably not going to get the exact same WAV file you put in, because any extra metadata and stuff like that will be lost. Which is one of the things you need to be aware of with a tool like that, is that any extra data will be lost, but most of the data will remain. So it's not perfectly lossless because it's not bit for bit, which is the main flag that this type of archiver would not cover. It is not bit for bit, but it does keep the files the same. They're the same quality, it's just not the same data. Which could theoretically reduce the file size significantly for an archive. Because you could use like more recent encoders and stuff. Because PNG is great, but it's really old. There are probably better ones. I know that there's FLIF, which is probably more efficient. And even if it is difficult to use, because not many things support FLIF, you could still decompress it back to PNG and then just use that once you decompress it. So I don't know. I think there's merit to making an app like this. I wonder how successful it would be at its goal of reducing file size even more. I'm a little bit of a file size guy. Always been slightly interested in it. Compression and stuff. I've made my own like image compressor. It was really bad. The entire idea was color space reduction. So instead of having a full 32-bit image, you would reduce the channels to a lower bit depth. So you'd find a region of the image that could be saved in maybe 4 bits per channel or 2 bits per channel, and then you would save that rectangle in that. And it was a collection of rectangles in their color data. It reduced the file size, just not by much. So it wasn't really that great. I'm about to be full on most of my stock. These are still going. I mean, I guess I could do gun running. But yeah. That's my idea for a compression format. The idea is that you would probably do some sort of you wouldn't write so you need the same version that you put in. Unless that version is errant, which I don't know how you would do checking on. You would also need to be like, I don't know, it's strange. You would need a way to check whether or not it's actually working. Because if you write it with an encoder that uses a specific format, and then that format doesn't work, it's not good. But you could also easily make a lossy encoder too with something like that. Instead of encoding everything like audio to FLAC, or keeping it if the source file is smaller, or if the source file is lossy, you could instead do everything to MP3 or something. I don't know, I just work here. But yeah, it's a weird encoder that is probably going to be very difficult to use because you need to have all the software that was used to encode, to decode as well. I mean, it could even be just you bundle FFmpeg because it'll do most of all of it, if not literally all of it. Interesting point, actually. FFmpeg will do FLAC, LIF, AXL, all of the formats. Why are you yelling at me? I haven't even done anything yet. Now I'm gonna kill you for it.
Did you just do what I think you did?
I did just do what you think I did. Hey, bud. But to walk down. No.
Man down! Say something! Duck!
The hell? Shoot a grenade at me? I'm not allowed to use a grenade launcher. Alright. Here we go. There's more in here. Normal day in GTA.
Ass!
So you do the thing. Normal day in GTA. Does that just mean I can't do this mission, or? Supposed to melee people when you shoot them from like point blank though, but for some reason the game, I guess if you're too close you can't aim the gun. It just doesn't work. You just get shot to death. I suppose their start point is a little bit intimate with the floor. Perhaps why I fell through. Ow. But it went up all the way over there. I should have just left it. Alright, you know what they say. Second tries the charm. You don't fall out of the world this time. Okay, well. Second tries the charm. I'm going to give it one more try. If it doesn't work, we are going to stop playing GTA for the day. Going the fast way now. Well then, that's it for GTA. We might take a quick break. I do need to run to the bathroom. Then we will continue with some programming. All right. I will be right back. That's not the right one.